All right, I don't want to leave you hanging. But the easiest way, because what's been coming through me, I can't stop it. And some things that are said, for the first thing that the average, whoever's watching this, the biggest thing you're going to have to face is this. You've got to ask this question. You've got to say, am I, singular, a modified being? Okay? Have I been developed with substances that are not real? Ask your own self. Is watching screens a substance? Yes, it is. When you watch this is telekinesis. You'll see an ad and then it'll push you to order something on Amazon or something. You're consuming. The optic nerve is consuming, it's absorbing. Not only that, the sodas that you get when you're young, we can clean the terminals on batteries with sodas. So just think about what it's doing to this. There's nothing we can do for you. There's not. If you can't understand that if you drink modified substances, if you eat modified substances, if you watch modified substances, if you hear modified substances, if you smell modified substances, shit plugged into the walls, instead of herbs and sage and rosemary and thyme and all that, that's what you got to have. That's what you're made of. If you break down the herbs, it'll have the same cells in those that the human anatomy will. If you break down the chemicals within the thing you plug into the wall, it's going to what? Feed it to a plant, it'll kill it. But yet, that's who the norm is. They're against the herbs. They'll tell you that that's Satan. Well, that's a modified human being. Do you understand that now? That's the hardest. It's so hard to come out of. Because remember, in 869 AD, the Catholic Church, the Fourth Council of Garbage, whatever it is, decided to use icons, which would be images, for the veneration of Jesus Christ, blah, 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 blah. So that means that they put a picture up, and then that picture has the same meaning as the book. Yeah. What that means is they're getting the optic nerve, okay, because pictures are supposed to be an imagination of what you see through nature, not an image that you have. That's what I'm saying. You're modified into the images. You take the billboards down, y'all species goes crazy. So in 869, they put a sign up on the wall, a sign, which is a force. It's a signet. It's black magic. So we go back to 869 now. They just put pictures up everywhere in your structures that you say is real. And then they start the conditioning. Yeah, just believe in that picture right there and just come here once a week, blah, blah, blah. Or do this and that. It morphed over the centuries. But it's the same entity. And then eventually, when they knew they were going to get to here, to this age of Saturn again, that the materialism, which is Ahrimanic, it's all slowly been set up. That's the conditioning. And the one way to get rid of the image Jesus in religion is to come in and flood the world with the billboards and screens, digital screens, the VRs, everywhere you look. If you'll look at the very beginning of the 1900s in America, you'll see just a few signs, soda signs, and that's it, and chocolate. And you can see how each decade there's going to be more signs, because this new human modified species of chemicals that we are now has been guided by the pictures and images. So that's what we're saying is that when you accept that you are a modified being, put together, designed from birth. Organs went through 12 grades sitting in a desk, knowing that they're growing. So you should be out running around and grabbing. Oh, nope, sorry, you just sit there. That's right. So there's one. And then the food you get in there, these are being developed. So this needs what that is out there. Okay, just for instance, this is this draws a lot of bees. This is awesome. But this is a type of flower. Okay, if we break this down, this is made of this. If we break down the meds, it's not made of that. So that means that person that goes to the mega churches and these false prophets everywhere, they have been designed through what they have seen, foreign substance, telekinesis, pushing them to buy a substance in a container. It's containing chemicals to alter the anatomy the way that it is made. There's nothing that's ever smelt that's natural. There's nothing that the goy ever sees is even real. There's nothing that they hear that's fucking real. It's all modified. Every bit of it. So that means they're not human. You're a water being. This is all water. And are you taught that? No. You're taught there's no water anywhere. It's nowhere. It's bad. We don't go to oceans or lakes or ponds on field trips. None of that. You get piranha movies and Wrong Turn movies, don't go in the woods. You get Jaws movies, don't go in the ocean. Do you not see that? Do you not see what your species is of idiocy? This is your God right here. This is your God. This is a substance that has altered you from the very beginning of your existence right there. This is who you are. You're not this. That's me. That's how you were designed. This is who you are. So what do you think that this substance does to the chemicals in the brain, which would be caliphos more than anything? Well, for one, when you eat the substances, it's going to go in here and create a different kind of pia matter. If you consume if you consume real nature, spirit, that way, then it's going to, what the fluid is in here is going to coincide with that up there. But since you're not a real human being, you're just a goy dummy, what you do is you're a modified being. You've drank and ate modified shit your entire life, and now you're into this, and now your brain, through puberty and everything, the chemicals up here and the rest of your anatomy has been developed through modified substances. It's done, baby. By the time you're 12, it's fucking done, but really by 5, it's over. It's it. These children that watch these so bright colored, that destroys the brain. And these dumbass damn Arimon grandparents and parents and they just throw them in front of this shit. Oh, look at that little baby right there. Jesus really loves them. And then they go over and choke a fucking cat or a dog out. Because those colors are never meant for the brain right here. So the child's already had vaccines, chemicals, and everything. So now, once those colors hit the optic nerve, it causes a reaction, a fucking demon Arimon. And squeeze it. You're a modified demon. Everything that we upload, look at me. Everything that I've uploaded my entire life. That's why I go through my life every day in reverse. Every day, because I don't want to fucking be surrounded by demons. And that's the trick. Black Path magicians that created this bullshit. Instead of you uploading what I'm hearing, do you hear them birds right now? I just fed them before this. They're going crazy. I got a bunch of little buddies out there. I can see that group conscience, that soul conscience group being of each species is the word we'll use. So when you take away from that and then upload, see the colors on their feathers and all that shit, the smells of the flowers and what I just showed you, all that releases natural, I don't know the word, in your head. As opposed to being locked inside. Is everything sealed? It's out there. You're going to catch something. They're demons. They're demons. This is it. All that fear that they have. When I die, all this that was uploaded comes out and eventually surrounds me. And all those emotions that comes from, they're demons. Instead of looking at flowers and smelling them, they'll come out and surround you and carry you peacefully to the other side. But instead, you go get chemicals and just destroy everything in order to make it look good. You're a modified being, okay? And the thing with this is if you're an intellectual fake mind, you'll call somebody, if it hits you, you'll Google, you will do everything instead of fucking taking it upon yourself and saying, let me look further, because there's nothing you can say at all. You're giving kids meal toys to sell space and sell this shit, and that grows with the occipital lobe, imagination, into the cerebrum, which is memory. So by the time you're here, you will not face that you're a demon and that you're just a modified living structure created to break down to create the medical industry, careers, and this one world order of fucking demon idiocy. Modified being. I'm very stern in what's being said. It's because it's very important, and you're not here by no accident. Okay? 8 billion people right now, and billions prior, have gone to the other side without a clue of what the fuck the truth really is. And their souls have been harvested. And that's the same thing. When we upload, I'm a Black Path magician. When we upload all this fucking sorcery into your brain, that you have no idea. We are creating something through your blood, which is your soul. We've already got your spirit, because in 869, spirit went away when the image went up. We're not going to give our life to the spirit out there and the spirit in you, and how spirit is truly developed. It's right there. There it is. And then from then until now, it was just fucking apartments here and there. And then eventually they created the wars, and it's all by design. Everything that's happened is an echo of the other side. That's what I'm saying. You'll deny that. And it's like the same connection you have to this, to those of y'all against me and everything else, I have that same connection to the other side. Actually, I have that same connection to the demon side and to the nature spirit side. I can see both sides. Yeah, so what we have is a hybrid shit thing going on. Yeah, through a goy that has to do with Saturn, that has to do with this mathematical equation. Yeah, this has to do with what's going on with me right there. I did a video about that a while back, but it has to do with the number 418, the word abracadabra. You know, this comes out of Crawley's work. These are formulas. They're formulas. TV says we're going to keep you informed. So the formula of the screen is going in you and forming you in your mind into a modified thinking fucking dummy. Tell him, buddy. See? He's even agreeing. So I just wanted to share that with you because it's beyond important. Okay? Once you can figure out that you are a modified structure, you're not even human. There's nothing in your brain. If you put that shit down right here, you're done. You don't have no worth in this world. So that should tell you something. That means that your worth, those impulses that you will not face, those impulses means that you're programmed into this. That you are. Not this. You don't control this. This controls you. You. Because everything about your chemical makeup is fake. You've never had anything good in you whatsoever at all. And you will not cross this bridge. You will deny it to the end, and when you go, you will fucking see this video again forever. I love you.